Hey guys, check it out. Floor's getting cleaned up. That rock's getting finished. And it is paint day in the office. Gonna put some flat white ceiling paint up on that ceiling and some light green on the walls. Gotta pull a couple things off the walls. You can hear there's a nice echo in this room. Here's my paint. Let's go. How much better that looks. Nice white ceiling. At some point in this relationship, that ugly light up there is going to go. Be replaced by a nice ceiling fan. But until that point, I decided to go ahead and trim around it to make it look good. Now we're going to start with the wall paint. Check it out. Tell me what you think. If you don't like it, it's my wife's choice. Guys, it is 10:30 at night. I've had one interruption after another, not all bad, but mission accomplished. I got my beautiful wife's office painted today, finally. I do have a few touch-ups, a few little things I've still got to do. All the receptacle covers still have to go back on. I've got just a tiny bit of trim paint, and I've got a second coat to put on that door. And I think the gray, we went with dark gray because of it's a shop, greasy hands. I think the trim actually goes good against this green. I want to get a smaller trim brush to finish the lattice work there in the middle of that. But check out the cabinet that a really nice neighbor gave us. Has some lighting on top of it. And they also gave us a perfect bench for out here. It's kind of dark, can't really see it. We got this one as well. These came out of one of the other businesses here several years ago when they did a remodel, and I love the history. This whole building is about history. I'm loving it. Anyway, that is a light gray actually against the white ceiling. You can kind of see the difference. And if you look up in that corner, I did the trim work with the brush first. You can see what it's going to look like once that's totally dry. So that's a nice little accent wall. So there's not too much green in here. And I'm loving it. Let's go see what Paperwork Princess is still doing in the shop. My loyal sidekick has brought a customer's vehicle in with an oil leak underneath it, waiting for her ride home. Instead of sleeping in a chair, she's still working. She got the Odyssey down off the lift, wheel bearings put in it. ready to go to its buyer tomorrow. And next week, we're gonna get this shop organized. It's kind of cluttered. Ain't that right? Yeah. Yeah. We're about ready to lock up and go home since we find out where this oil is. We've got the truck up in the air. Whoever did the last oil change marked it well so that they could tell if it had been messed with. But it is dripping big time off the bottom of that filter, which has also been marked. So we're gonna see if we can determine why. Would you look at this? Hand tight. There's no, that was not tight at all. Right there's the problem. Look at that oil running down. Right there's where it was. You can see that little speck of paint right there. See that? Look how much farther I've turned it just by hand. So, oil leak identified.